Like, he's the go down bad dick. I mean, unless you're a Kardashian, you know, in reverse. He's got that killer dick. That's what his baby mom said. She would know. But I guess, you know, being with him was better than getting her ass beat by Floyd every day. See what I'm saying? Princess came from Floyd. Floyd was beating the shit out of her, just like he was Miss Jackson. Isn't it funny? Princess left Mayweather, went straight to Ray J. It's funny how they swap him in and out like that so fast. I get the memo. You are not the bitch du jour, baby.
You know, she's dead. Ray J was the last person to see her alive. He let the drug dealer in, but she was sober, right? But he let the drug dealer in that gave her the shot. Leola has said, Leola Brown, Bobby Brown's sister, has said on several occasions that she was beaten. They saw her body. She didn't just die in a tub, like she was beat up.
Jaguar, right. I told you I had an opportunity for you. I told you I had bags for you. I'm trying to hear what you got to say. But you want to keep taking these other money and not showing love to the community? That's weak as f***. Hit me right now so I can make sure you get a bag and I can understand what the f*** you talking about so we'll know what's truth and what's not. That janky as f***. You ain't hitting me back, but you hitting all these other back. That's from all these other countries. Like you safe over there. You safe with me. Stop acting scary. Jaguar, hit me back right now whenever you can. With all due respect, and I love you, and I'm sorry for cursing. Help me be a better person. Call me back.
It was right here.
People also pointed fingers at Ray J for pimping YK out to Diddy, because YK only began kicking it with Diddy after Ray J befriended him and introduced him to Diddy. And it looks like their friendship is still going strong, because just a few months ago, Ray J flew all the way to the Dominican Republic to surprise YK for his birthday. And get this, y'all.
We live in the DR.
Hey, listen. Happy birthday, my nigga. Happy birthday, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? We out here making sure we celebrate the homie V-Day. And then also, like, there's a lot of bags to get when you brainstorming amongst a lot of creative minds. So we all tapped in. Then we quit mastermind.
It turns out, this ain't the first time he's been accused of being somebody's handler. There were rumors going around that Ray J was allegedly supplying Whitney and Wendy Williams with hard substances. Not only that, but people also brought this interview up of when Ray J got into it with Fabulous. And he decided to jump on the radio to threaten to have Fabulous SA'd by his crew.
Respect me and the money team, and we got 7 Rolls Royces outside, and we just made 350 racks on the... Don't disrespect me. I'ma smack you up again, fool. It's my name.
So you punch Fab in the face?
One time. Hey, all I'm saying is if you got Fab number, tell that nigga to send a picture of his face right now. What? I swear to God, he running from me right now. I had 100 fools outside of Moon right now. He never left the club. He was scared up in there. He tried to call the police.
So when you hit him, what did he do, Ray?
Nothing. He fell back because he's a sucker.
Can't smack him over the phone, Ray.
On the phone, that light, and they gon' bend that nigga over and stick it in that.
Right. So as y'all can see, this mess has been going on in Hollywood for a while, and it's eaten away a lot of young black men in the industry, including YK.
Got you. No, I got you, Ray.
When you gonna do that though, right?
Well, I got another big interview coming up. So my next real big interview, I'll set the record straight. It's amazing how the media is trying to tear the situation up, because I never even said anything along the lines where people could even get the idea. Well, we should. Ray, I've been trying to work with you for years, my nigga. You're in a position to actually really do some things for me.
I know, but what I'm saying, Raz, like, you can even get your own reality show.
So Ray, nigga, I got you. Whatever.
I need you to rephrase that shit, Raz. Like, you got niggas that hit me every day. Pussy, everybody, Jay-Z, everybody calling me.
Done. I got you.
With you in this Christo shit, man.
I got you.
I need you to, like...
I got you, Ray, and I need you to have me too, because I think
Because it's like, damn, like, you didn't even really have to mention a nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really didn't even have to mention a nigga. But I know what you were saying, though. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I respect you, Ray. Nah, I would never want to disrespect you, your mom, or your sister.
But you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. But, and I talked to guess who else I talked to tonight?
Who?
Talked to Marcus Houston tonight, nigga.
What that nigga had to say?
He was just like trying to eat and deny the shit, dog. Wow. That's deep. He did not deny it, man. That's deep. I didn't ask him for the truth, and he was like, just like, not saying it wasn't. That's deep.
Yeah, I got you, Ray. On my mama, nigga, I got you. On God in heaven, nigga, I got you.
When were you around for it?
Well,
Present. You said you weren't there, but you knew. And then you kept being around?
Nicki Minaj just sent a strong warning.
Robbed of not only their money and their spirituality, they're getting robbed of their womanhood and manhood. Asses are being taken in ways that nobody can explain. Do you chuckle? Do you laugh? Do you help? Do you criticize? Because I see a lot of jokes out there right now talking about baby oil.
Trying to be funny and get his own little moment out the situation. But Diddy's sons caught wind of that and didn't find nothing funny about it. They felt like Ray J was getting a little ahead of himself, so they decided to check him. In fact, according to Hazel E., who was there at the time of the confrontation, she said the fight was heated, and someone would have probably ended up with a bullet in them if Chris Brown didn't jump in to defuse the situation on time. Surprising, because Ray J is a very shady person, and there have been some rumors about him having a hand in Whitney Houston's death, as well as Wendy Williams' illness, which almost took her life. Just before Whitney died, there were rumors about her being in a relationship with Ray J, and him allegedly supplying her with that white powder she was sniffing. Whitney tried to get help by even admitting herself into rehab, but she just wasn't able to shake off the addiction. And a big reason for that was because Ray J was actively around her, and like I said before, he was allegedly the supplier.
First of all, let's get one thing straight. It's cheap. I make too much money to ever smoke. Let's get that straight, okay? We don't do crack. We don't do that. It's whack.
Is it alcohol? Is it marijuana? Is it pills?
It has been. At times.
All?
At times.
If you had to name the devil for you, the biggest devil among them?
That would be me. It's my deciding. It's my heart. It's what I want and what I don't want. Nobody makes me do anything I don't want to do. It's my decision. So the biggest devil is me. I'm either my best friend or my worst enemy, and that's how I have to deal with it.
But now do you say not at all, or do you say I can?
Well, I'm not going to tell you that. I could tell you that I am not self-destructive. I'm not a person who wants to die. I'm a person who has life and wants to live.
At the time of her death, it was reported that she died from an accidental drowning in a bathtub. But the coroner's report, which was put together by now deceased infamous coroner Ed Winter, said something completely different. It turned out Whitney had marijuana, Xanax, Benadryl, and other medications in her system. Ed Winter said the amount of substances that Whitney had in her system was actually not enough to unalive her, and that Whitney was still alive and breathing at the time that she submerged in the water. He said there was water found in her lungs that indicated that she was alive when she was submerged underwater. According to our test, the level of cocaine was not necessarily a lethal level of cocaine, but her death was complicated by chronic use and heart disease. He also said that prescription pill bottles were found in her room, but the number of pills were alarming enough to kill her. As if all this wasn't already enough of a sign that there was foul play involved, Whitney's sister-in-law, Leola Brown, jumped on national television boldly accusing Ray J of having something to do with Whitney's death. She said she didn't even know Ray J was with Whitney at the time of her death, but once she saw the footage of him sneaking out that hotel room through the back and hiding from the cameras, she knew he did something despicable.
First seen this, and I saw the news, and and I'm sorry, please excuse me, I just have to come out and say this.
Please.
I saw Ray J coming out of the hotel, hiding his head, being pushed into the car. Why? I looked and I said, why is he hiding? Why is he hiding his face? He's always trying to show his face when he knows somebody that sells drugs. and he was buying them for Whitney, from what I know, and giving her dicks. I want to know why this boy was allowed to do that.
Then there was also Wendy Williams, who people believe was also destroyed by Ray J. This rumor actually came up not too long ago when Stunna Girl accused Ray J of supplying Wendy with substances to keep her the way she was. She said, instead of constantly being worried about me, Ray J needs to focus on what he did to Wendy Williams. She ain't been the same since you took her on that binge, gang. Now, this is where things get even more interesting. Because after Stunna made them allegations about Ray J supplying Wendy with those drugs, when she got into it with him over some business issues they had, people did some digging. And that's when they found out that Ray J had been making secret visits to Wendy at her rehab while she was there. And people speculated at that time that the reason why he would go see her was just to make sure she was still getting fed them drugs, so they could keep her quiet because she knows way too much. In fact, after Wendy got sick and the doctors made it clear that her illness was being triggered by alcohol and drug intake, her son Kevin Jr. said the people around her were still purposely giving her alcohol and drugs. It's almost like they wanted to keep Wendy that way.
They basically said that because she was drinking so much, it was starting to affect her headspace and her brain. I think they said it was alcohol-induced dementia.
And for those of y'all wondering why the industry would intentionally destroy Wendy, she was actually one of the first people to openly speak about them industry freak-off parties and the DL rappers in the rap game. At some point, she even accused Diddy of being DL, but he got her blackballed and he threatened her life. So much so, she had to run out of New York because it wasn't even safe for her no more.
About Wendy Williams, she got fired from Hot 97 because she had a picture of Puffy. So if you don't mind, give me the story from your point of view and what was in the picture.
We were in Cancun. For whatever reason, dude was playing with Puff. He went behind him and grabbed his trunks and pulled them down. Some girls that was taking pictures. They took that picture and emailed it back to Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams said she had him in a compromising position and like he was gay, something like that. She was gonna put it out. Wendy had shown people that email. Puff told Hot 97 if they didn't get rid of her before he got back in New York, that they was not gonna get any music from any of his friends, any of the record labels executives that was cool with him. Everybody was gonna boycott their station. We was out in LA for about 3 days before we landed back in New York. Wendy Williams was in the radio station in Philly. He was fired.
But very homeless as well. There was a radio personality once upon a time. Her name was Wendy Williams. And she was practically burned at the stake for talking about such. And now it's all come full circle. There were many situations, none of which to talk about, but there were many situations back in the day in my career. And it's all coming full circle now,
So as y'all can see, Ray J is heavily involved with this mess in the industry, and that's why Nicki didn't trust him. She know he up to no good, and this explains why she's been ignoring him despite his many attempts to get in contact over the years. As usual, people had their own thoughts about this, like this person who said, Nicki is a real one for having this conversation publicly. Not only is she letting him expose himself as a handler and his agenda to keep certain people in check, she's letting it be known that she was never involved in them shenanigans to begin with. Another person said, it's clear as day who sent Ray J, and Nicki could smell it from a mile off. She was smart talking to him on live because now we have some evidence if someone tries conspiring against the queen. We're living in dangerous times. But now I want to know your thoughts. Do y'all really think
message for someone, he knows how to get it to them directly. It doesn't even need a text or a phone call. In this case, it was just an Instagram. Take a listen.
Yo, I got nothing but love for Pastor Bryant. Shout out to Jamal Bryant. Shout out to Von Alvarez. But if y'all play that interview somebody getting snatched off the pulpit. Don't play the interview. It's not clear. It was out of bounds. Me and Pastor Brian need to talk because the way I was treated was dirty and illegal. And I don't like it. And I don't want nobody to play that fucking interview. I don't care if you from the church or not. Like be respectful and do people right. Don't call people out their name and don't make people feel like they're not safe in a place where they thought they were safe. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now, we need to work it out. Because if we don't, that's going to be a problem.
And the people would not.
Just want to make sure, are you good? Dada never did nothing to anybody, right? Mama never did nothing to me. Dada never did nothing to mama, right? Everything is safe? Have Dada put hands on mama or mama put hands on Dada? No, right? Okay, so there's no reason to call the police, right?
Is it just a movie?
We're just making a movie. We're just playing, okay?
Can we go to your house?
We can go to my house, but I just want to make sure everything is safe here with Melody and everybody.
Can we go to my house first? But can we go to your house right now?
Go get you a sweater. Go get a sweater and we'll go. But nothing crazy has happened. I got it all on tape. All right, so let's put on your shoes.
I don't want you leaving.
I gotta leave, baby. I don't want anything everything's okay. I just want to make sure everything is safe. I love your mom. Your mom loves me.
Jay just humiliated Floyd Mayweather after he spilled the tea on how he stole Floyd's ex-girlfriend Princess Love from him. It turns out that Ray and Princess were actively having an affair the entire time she was with Floyd. He even convinced Princess at one point to set Mayweather up so he could get robbed. The crazy part about this mess is that Ray and Floyd were friends back in the day, but their friendship ended after Floyd found out about the sneaky things that he and Princess were doing behind his back. Ray J had the audacity to try and cool things off with Floyd, but of course he was not rocking with the BS. And he made it very clear to Ray J that if he doesn't stop, he's gonna make him pay for what he did. Now for those of y'all who don't—
Niggas just tried to shoot me and tried to kill me, nigga. And you want me to apologize, nigga? Fuck you.